What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today we got a pretty big update for both the JP version and global version. So I'm going to quickly go over what I know from the global version. I had people send me pictures over Twitter, so I'm going to quickly go into that, but then we're going to get into the buff of all the Japanese stuff that eventually global will get, but obviously, you know, you guys aren't there just yet. So I guess global basically got two big things. Boss Rush, which is great. You guys can go ahead and get a lot of stones and save those up for Super Saiyan 4 coming out. So definitely keep an eye out and try to get those as fast as you can. If you cannot beat the last one, don't worry about it. You can probably wait until you get Super Saiyan 4, or at least use a Super Saiyan 4 friend, and then say like use Super Vegeta or something like that. Then you'll be able to take it down. Having at least one Vegeta is pretty nice to help with that last stage of Super 2. But yeah, nonetheless. But you guys also got some kind of like time trial thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want that. I mean, it's, you know, all they need to do is add some kind of like leaderboard thing or something, or, you know, be able to show your friends list. I'm not sure. They might have this on there, but let me know down in the comments below if I'm wrong on that. But that would be really cool. So, yo, JP, get it moving. Let's go. Come on. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, congrats, Global. Really happy for you guys. Glad you had that little thing to tell you around. I guess the only thing that people are really complaining about is that you don't get any rewards for even trying it. So I don't know, whatever, I guess. But hey, at least you got Boss Rush mode. You can get all those nice little stones and everything. So yeah. So anyway, let's move on to the meat of the video. Let's take a look at what JP got in quite a bit, actually, in terms of updates. So we're on version 3.5. So go ahead and update the app in the App Store as always. If you're doing it via DBZ Space, I have no idea when that's going to be updated, so please don't ask in the comments or anything like that. So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to go over, and I'm going to show you. So first off, we have the new training system, essentially, and it is much needed, and I'm so happy it's in here. There are pictures in here, but I feel it's better to actually just simply show you when we go and do it, so I will show you that. Next, this is an interesting move, okay? So this is the login bonuses that we are going to be getting, okay? Just literally here, the katakana, so login bonusu. Okay, this is the login bonus that we get for this, starting on the, when do you start? You start today at 4 p.m. So, you know, of course, it's already the 27th when I'm recording this. Most of you, it will be the 27th already. So the interesting thing about this is that it's still going through the, like the 1.7 million or the 170 million, or sorry, not 1.7 million, the 170 million downloads login bonuses as well. So you're kind of getting double login bonuses. However, that 170 million download special is ending on the 29th. And then, I don't know if we're going to get something else on top of that, or they're just going to keep this particular login bonus. But, yeah, we don't get login bonus stones for the whole month. Not even joking. 1 month. If we don't get, like, some other, you know, login bonus thing on top of this or something like that, or however they decide to do it, yeah, no login stones for a whole month, guys. So, save your stones. I honestly really feel bad if you rely on those stones per day. If you saw my stones at the beginning of the video, I have not been summoning at all for the past 3 weeks or so. Yeah, it's not fun sometimes. It's not fun, especially when the game is centered around it. Yeah, it doesn't help. So if we don't get stones for a whole month, ooh, wow. Okay, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. Do you think we're gonna get something after the 29th is up, because that's when the 170 million download login bonus stuff ends? Do you think we're gonna get something after that, or do you think we're gonna have to wait quite a while until we start getting other login bonus stuff? So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Okay, now we've got this campaign, and I'm guessing this Vegeta here, this is gonna be the agility buff Vegeta, or Ultra Super Saiyan Vegeta. This is probably gonna be the art for his Dokkan Awaken, because remember, he is getting a Dokkan Awaken, so that's pretty cool. I don't know when that's coming. But basically, it's going to tell us what we're getting. So the login bonuses are coming here, which is the 27th from now, until the 28th of July, which is Friday. Then we're getting some kind of team cost up. So it looks like the rank is allowing for more team cost or something like that. So I'm not really sure exactly what it means, because it literally just says rank 200. At the time of rank 200, your cost will go up. Same if you're rank 50. So, looks like it goes up 130. I'll take a look at my class, or my team costs, I guess. But I don't know. I don't think you really, I mean, if you're a decent high enough level, I haven't heard of anyone trying to deal with team costs unless you're trying to run like an all LR team. But I don't know. Who knows? Next, the orb stages per day every Monday through Friday is getting a rate increase. Now, I don't know if that means that we're automatically gonna get, you know, that special boss at least once a day or something, or what it means. It just simply says that the rates are gonna go up. So I'm all for it. More orbs. I'm totally all for it. And there's no time limit on it. It literally says, you know, from the moment it starts. It doesn't start till the 30th. It starts on Friday. Okay, so it starts on the 30th. And then it just continues on and on forever, okay? So, or whenever they decide to change things, okay? Next is that the missions, the King Kai missions that had to deal with the ability system or the dupe system, whatever you want to call it, they have been reset. So now I'm gonna go into them because they're pretty easy. But all those missions that we had, you know, like open up 1 node, open up 3 nodes, get 2,000 health on this guy or something like that. Those have all reset now, and they do not count towards the guys that we already have. So you have to do it over again if you want to try and get some of those. So I'm going to show you those guys in just a second. And I think I exited out on accident, but that might have been it. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much it right now in terms of those little updates. And then, oh yeah, we also got our World Tournament prizes at 6:02 p.m. So yeah, if you got your World Tournament stuff, great. I did absolutely nothing, and I somehow still got another LR Piccolo that I still don't know what I'm going to do with, but yeah. So anyway, so those are little updates. Let's see. Next, I want to go into the Barbershop real quick. I'm going to the Barbershop, and then I'm going to go into all the mission stuff, and then we're going to go from there. So the Barbershop has had a nice little update, and it's about time. Yes, we can finally organize and go buy whatever type of item we want to use to buy stuff. So this little ghost here is kind of like, you know, what is, I guess, called featured or something like that. I'm not really sure. But I thought maybe it was like the grab of the day or something like that, but it's not really. And then I originally thought, oh, it's everything I can buy, but I'm like, well, wait a minute, I can't buy the 777 gems. But nonetheless, it is pretty cool that they can still organize this. So you can go buy gems, you can go buy the battlefield gems again, you can go buy the ticket things that we always get when certain summons come around. So these are actually disappearing tomorrow. And then these new ones are, I think this is from Whis. These are the, like, Whis's, or at the top of his staff or something like that. I believe those are it. But these are farmed from special missions in the story mode, or the quest modes. Oh, and one cool little thing is that if you go onto here and your items happen to be around, so if I'm on the goats right now, I can go to the battlefield gems and bam, takes me right to it. So that's actually pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, you just swipe it over once and you're good to go. But yeah, anyway, so it is pretty cool. But yes, thank you. Finally, we don't have to keep scrolling all the way down to finally get down to the gems. We finally have a way just to simply go to what we need to go to, find what we need, and bam, you can buy it if you want to. So I actually really like that. Now, the big question, of course, is going to be, well, wait, a minute. How do you get these things? Are they like the gems? Do you just go around in the levels and try and beat them? There's a bit of a catch. First, I'm going to go into all the missions first. I'm going to go into those King Kai missions, and then we're going to go into those special missions that you happen to see right there. So first off, on the King Kai missions, about all those ones that reset with the ability orbs and everything like that, I believe they start, that is not it, right here. So from here where it says Luto, okay? So this one has to open up 2 routes, okay? So you need to have 2 dupes of somebody, you need to open up 2 routes, and then it'll give you, I believe these are, these are agility orbs, so 50 small agility orbs. Open up 3 routes on anyone, it doesn't matter who. Let me just double check the kanji. Yep, doesn't matter who you open them up on, just open up routes and you are good to go. So open up 3 routes to get medium ones and 4 to get large ones. If you open up 5 routes, you get a dragon stone. If you open up 10, you get a reverse medal, so that's pretty cool. Open up 15 and you start getting more agility orbs. Wow, I really like the agility orbs. 20, then 25, 30, and you'll get 3 stones. And then if you get a skill up to plus level 3, you'll get, again, agility orbs. That's 50 agility orbs right there. And then if you get up to level 7, then you get large ones, which is pretty cool. If you get someone's HP up 2,000, then you'll get 1 stone, which I actually have up pretty soon. Same with attack, and same with defense. So yeah, pretty cool on that one. And then if you get 300, I'm gonna call them nodes essentially. If you get 300 of those activated, then you get 1 stone. 500, you get 2 stones. And if you do 2,000, you get 3 stones. Wow, okay. And then I still have these ones. I don't know if they reset. I don't think they did, because there's only 4 in here. These are still the get someone to 100% completed in the ability system, and then you get these large ones. So yeah, so those are all the ones. Basically, they're not that hard. Literally just go into the ability system, especially if you're new, if you got a new character you want to try and max out or something like that. Just go in, start activating all those nodes, and give them power-ups and everything, and then boom, you're gonna get all those missions right there. They're pretty easy. So of course, some of them will take time, especially if you're low on certain orbs. So yeah, so that's kind of what it is. Now, the big one in question is, of course, the Supreme Kai missions that we have. So these are currently, I'm assuming they're going to add more. These are currently for the area stages in the quest. So we have the quest missions and we have event missions. As of right now, there are no event missions. So event missions are obviously going to be like your Dokkan Fest stuff and everything like that. I'm looking forward to these. What I am not the biggest fan of is these quest missions. And now, before anyone grills me in the comments or anything like that, let me explain why I am not the biggest fan of it. Well, first off, let me explain what the missions do, and then we're going to go into it. Because at first, it does sound like a good idea, but I personally found that the way they executed it, at least with these quests, not the best way to do it. So anyway, so let's quickly go into here. I've done, I think, 2 of them in total, okay? Or 2 of them completely in total. Because for each stage, there are 3 missions. And at the first area in all 5 stages, your first 2 are automatically going to be continue with, or get through the stage with no stone use, so no continue. And then the second one is no item, no support the item, okay? So don't use a stone and don't use an item. Pretty simple, pretty easy to get. I think most of us can do that, no matter what team you have, okay? Unless you are like literally level 1 with nothing but 1 SR and a bunch of neutrals, okay? But nonetheless, that is what is this. Now, this is the interesting one. This one says 6 or SSRs, okay? And there's 6, and then also obviously this is the kanji for physical bodies. So that means we have to have 6 SSRs or lower than you know, on your team when you complete it. So obviously you start the team and then you go. Now for this one particularly, this does not include your friend. So you can take a LR friend, you can take a TUR friend, R friend, SSR friend, whatever, whoever you want to take on your personal team. Has to be 6 SSRs or lower, and no, it cannot be a UR. I took my Gogeta, my strength Gogeta, I reversed him to UR, and I put him on the team with a bunch of random SSRs that were like level 5 or something like that. I just have sitting in my box, and it did not work. You have to have the entire team at SSR. They cannot be awakened to UR. Or you take an SSR and you up them up to, you know, you evolve them to their their SSR, where they can't go past any further like that or anything like that. So that's the type of stuff you have to use. Now you might be thinking, oh, okay, it's cool. You know, we find, you know, all those SRs that we have are finally useful and everything. But the problem is this isn't farmable. It's not. Once you do it, it's done. So it's kind of like a one-time thing, and then you're done or something like that. And now I get it. They want to either bring, I don't know, I'm not sure what they're trying to do, because I've been hearing things about how they're trying to, you know, really cater towards the people who have played this game for a long time. And I get it. You want to make those maybe lower cards, or maybe you haven't had as much luck, you know, feel like they're useful. You know, you want to be able to use them and everything, which is great. You know, we want to be able to make sure that people from all different areas are able to do it. Whether you've had amazing luck, terrible luck, you've been able to buy stones, you're free to play, whatever it might be, I totally understand that. But the problem with this is that, A, you can only do it once. Once it's done, the mission's over. So you're kind of just like, okay, I've used my special card, you know, I've used the cards I've had, or I've, you know, I've gone back and used a different team and everything like that. But then once that's it, that's it. Like, it's gonna go right after, I guarantee you, give this about, I'd say 2 weeks at max, it's gonna be right back to the way the game was beforehand. It's just gonna happen. And then so this continues on through this stage, and this is the same thing. So now down here though, on the last stage of the first area, no continue, okay, pretty easy, we can all do that. Again, the 6 SSR things, that's a bit of a pain, but nonetheless, you can do it. And then this one, your team cost. Your team cost has to be 70 or less, and your friends included. What does that sound like? It kind of sounds like the Super Strike cards, which it does, but it's 70's kind of low. That is really low. You're literally asking us to bring nothing but SSRs, like literally SRs that maybe have evolved into SSRs, and that's about it. And then you do it. And again, I get it. I truly do. But again, you're not farming anything. You only get the Whis staff ball thing once, and then you're done. So it's not like going from medals with Super Strike cards. It's not like it's not like once you collect enough, you then get a new character that you can then use in something else. Yes, there are old Kais, and I believe there are Cost Up, Team Up, and something else. But nonetheless, so those are nice. But I don't know. I feel like the Super Strike cards did it a little better than this, because at least the Super Strike cards you can continue to use, and the Super Strike cards, to an extent, are still somewhat useful to this day, especially the ones that have gone up, like Grandpa Gohan, who is a mini Omega Shenron. But I'm not really sure. I mean, again, like Grandpa Gohan, he's showing that SSR, you know, SSR or an SR to an SSR is really good and everything. But I don't know. I feel like this isn't a maybe it's a complete step forward. I don't really know what words to use, to be honest. I mean, it just feels like a bit of a roadblock. It doesn't feel like something that is a complete change to where it is truly saying let's use different teams. It's more like a, you know, hey, we dropped a little roadblock in the way for you. Quickly use a different team and then go right back to what you're using. But like I said, maybe this will be different for the event part of this, because this is all the story mission stuff, and maybe that's the point. Maybe this is just something to kind of test the waters, and once we get the event stuff, maybe by doing different teams, we will get either more rewards or we'll get more medals or something like that. Who knows? I think the event part could be beneficial, but I feel like with the quest, not so much, because especially when you start getting into, oops, I did not mean to do that, especially when you start getting down into these ones right here. So these ones are, again, no support items for this first one here. This one have a cost of 65 or less. You guys should all be recognizing this kanji right here, and I'll be putting all this kanji that I've been talking about is up. I'll be putting it on the screen, and it's going to say the English and what it means, basically. So as long as you look for that kanji, you'll be able to read these missions, no problem. So it's 65 again cost, including the friend leader, which is not that much, okay? Like I said, I see this going on for about 2 weeks, and then everyone's going right back to the teams they're using. But then this one right here, this is using a certain link. I think it's mostly with Dragon Ball's characters, but I think it's like World Tournament, you know, entries or something like that. I'm not really sure what the link is. I know what the link is in Japanese, but I don't know what the English translation of it. It's like it gives like a 500 defense or something like that and 1,000 attack up. It's really not that great of a link. But it says that you have to have 3 people or more linked with that link in your team. So that one's not bad. And I get they're trying to use more guys with the links and everything. But again, I feel like because this is the really, really early missions and everything, they're acting like, oh, we only have these very basic SR cards, you know, where even using someone like Grandpa Gohan, if you have farmed those Super Strike cards, or, you know, where there's a fat tank, skinny tanks, Grandpa Gohan, whatever it might be, you can't use these guys for most of these missions. So, I don't know. Again, it just feels like a bit of a roadblock. Maybe the event part of it will be a little better. I don't know. So, I mean, like, if I go to my friends list right now, let's go over here. You know, everyone's running their usuals, but now you're starting to see like this, like a Pan SSR there, a Bobbity. Like seriously, who uses Bobbity as a leader? You know, he has +1 key, but I mean, I get it. They want you. A lot of people might be thinking, oh, isn't it good that we have more variety in the friends? I don't know about you, but are you really going to use Bobby in an event and everything like that? Again, this game comes down to you only do the quests to get the stones, and then you summon. The main run of this game is to summon and go into the events and everything like that. Whether it's a story event or a Dokkan Fest event. And honestly, are you really going to be using a Bobbity on a Dokkan Fest? No, you're not. It's just the honest truth. It is. I don't care who you are or what player you are. You've most likely re-rolled and had some at least decent cards. It doesn't matter who you are, or even if you're using Grandpa Gohan and things like that, you're not going to put a Bobbity on that team or as your friend to be the leader. You're just not. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on this at the beginning. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I don't know. Again, okay, you know what? Forget it. This little rant is over. I came in here to give you guys the information on how to even do it and everything like that. So basically, that's how you go into the missions. Each stage has 3 different little missions. Most of them are going to be complete with no stones or no items, and then it's got some other little gimmick on there. 6 SSRs or lower, no URs. You know, team cost is 65, including your friend, or it's 70 depending on the stage. And then one of them is a certain link. Just literally match the link to the character, and you're good to go on that one. Pretty easy to find. So yeah, so that is basically all the updates as of right now. I think a lot of this stuff will be starting off, or will also start activating over the next couple days. Probably here around 3 a.m. Japan time, which is gonna be morning for most of you guys. And then also on Friday the 30th is also when we're gonna get whatever like stuff is activated or upgraded, essentially, like the ability system stages to get those orbs and everything like that. So yeah. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you enjoy these actually little missions? I personally am looking forward to the event ones. The quest ones I'm not exactly the biggest fan of, but I do wish we had the time trial thing in Japan, in the Japanese version. Global, congrats on getting that. I am truly jealous of that. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts down below on the updates and contents of 3.5 and all that stuff. Oh, hang on, before I completely forget, quickly, if you go into the training room here, and I'll just pick LR Freezer real quick. This is how you do it, basically. You select the stage like you would usually, and then you can go in here, and this is by cost. So I'm actually going to go by entering. So here we go. So if I just go like this, I can pick these Dragon Ball summons, because these guys are garbage. And then so you can pick it up, and it's going to show you right there how much is actually going up, which obviously is not much. So I hit the red there, and then with the items here, it selects them by type up here. So it's obviously going to go with strength to begin with, because that gives you the most benefits. But I can select others if I want to, and I can pick up to 10 different, or I can do all of these, and I can do these. I can do it. No, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do 5 different items, but I can increase this by 10 if I want to. I can finally get rid of all of these crappy little items that we have all been holding on to. Because, well, let's face it, they don't really do much. So this is how much it does right here if I use all of these that I've been saving up and not even touching, not using that much Zenny, and then boom, I can level him up, and there you go. So, you know, he's an LR card, so obviously he's, you know, he's not going to go up that much of a higher level. So yeah, 125 now. But nonetheless, I definitely like the upgrade to the training system and everything like that. So yeah. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments below. As always, subscribe if you happen to be new, and leave a like if you liked the video. And until next time, everyone, I will see you in the next one.